So, how do you write a scene that feels really, truly intimate and romantic, but without leaning on all the obvious physical stuff? Well, today we're going to break down a piece called Across the Quiet. We'll see how the author builds this powerful, totally PG rated connection across three completely different formats. Okay, let's get into it.
So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the challenge the authors set for themselves. Then we'll dissect the scene itself, see how it gets adapted for video and even a text message. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with a toolkit you can use for your own stories.
All right, first up, let's frame the creative problem here. Because this isn't just about writing any old scene. It's about hitting a very specific emotional note, all while working within some pretty clear boundaries. And this, right here, is the million-dollar question. It forces a writer to think beyond the easy answers and find that real connection in the small, quiet moments. The little glances, the soft whispers, and all the feelings that go unsaid. And here we have it, straight from the author. This is their mission statement. That focus on longing, affection, and quiet connection, that's our North Star for this whole analysis. It's the key to understanding every single choice they're about to make. So let's dig into the foundation of all of this, the original prose script. This is where we get to see how the emotional architecture gets built, literally word by word. The scene starts building a mood before anyone even says a word. The setting alone does so much work. A luxury hotel, late at night, everything washed in moonlight. It immediately feels special, isolated, and just a little bit secret. And the first thing you notice is how the secrecy is all in the actions, right? We see Jarru's silent escape, Peppi's frozen reaction. These tiny, careful movements are just loaded with tension. They tell us everything we need to know about the forbidden nature of this phone call. And this line, wow, it's just brilliant. It instantly tells you the stakes. This isn't just a woman carefully getting out of bed. That simile transforms the whole thing into this moment of high-risk tenderness. The danger just makes their connection feel that much more precious. Then we get to the dialogue, and Jarru's first words, they're just perfect. It's not hello or hey, it's there you are. It's like an exhale, a sigh of relief. It says, I was waiting for you, I was missing you, and now that you're here, the world feels right again. There's so much history packed into just 3 words. And this is such a great move. Peppi feels a little insecure about how she looks, and Jarru's response just sidesteps the physical entirely. He's not saying, no, you look great. He's saying something deeper. He's affirming how he sees her on a fundamental level, and that is so much more intimate than a simple compliment. And the ending, it doesn't wrap up with a goodbye. It's a promise. They don't want to hang up, so they just don't. That choice to stay connected in total silence, just listening to each other breathe across the distance, that might be the most intimate moment in the whole scene. All right, so that's the prose version. Now, what happens when you have to squeeze all of that emotion into just 15 seconds for a video? Well, that's where the real art of adaptation kicks in. And this table really lays it all out, doesn't it? It's like we're seeing the translation from one language to another. Those long descriptive paragraphs from the prose get compressed into these single powerful shots. The heart of the story is the same, but the storytelling is shifted from words to images. Just look at this timeline. It shows you how absolutely ruthless you have to be with pacing in a short video. Every single 2-second block has a specific job. Establish the setting, deliver the dialogue, introduce the risk, and land the emotional punch. There is literally no wasted time. And this is so important. A lot of people think adapting something just means cutting stuff out, but here, the author added something new, that shot of Saara stirring in her sleep. In the prose, we felt the risk internally, but in a visual medium, we need to see it. That one little shot makes their secret connection feel so much more fragile and intense. But wait, there's more. The story doesn't just stop when they hang up. The author actually extends that emotional thread with a third format, a simple text message exchange that acts like an echo of their conversation. And this text exchange, it's like the perfect little epilogue, It's the soft cool down after the intensity of the call. It just reaffirms all those feelings and gives the whole scene this gentle, sweet resolution. It's that final, reassuring whisper before they both drift off to sleep. Okay, so we've looked at the scene from 3 different angles. Now let's pull it all together into a toolkit. 4 key techniques that you can take and apply to your own creative work. These are really the 4 pillars that make this whole thing work. First, use those small actions to show emotion, like that disarming a sleeping guard moment. Second, make every single word of dialogue count. Make it reveal something, like, there you are. Third, know your medium.
add a visual risk for video, or lean into the intimacy of a text message. And finally, always use subtext, because sometimes the silent promise to stay on the line is where the real magic happens. And that really leaves us with one final thought, a question for you to take back to your own work. Intimacy isn't always about the big, loud gestures. More often than not, it's hidden in those secret phone calls, those careful, quiet movements, and the silent promises. So the question is, what are the quiet, secret moments in your story that actually reveal everything?